Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.
Dog, you can write all that shit off, man. It's a write-off, dog. You wouldn't buy your quarterback a chain? Yeah, that's why you ain't Aaron Donald, nigga.
I'll let that first round go ahead and buy me dinner, though. Hey, write that shit up. You did it right it off?
You better.
Yeah, I hope so.
You better write that shit up.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that financial literacy later, but yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm not buying Aaron Rodgers a chain, bro.
Dog, you're pulling $50 million. You ain't gonna buy a chain, a little $100,000 chain.
One of them Green Bay ass niggas, they could have bought him a chain.
He ain't in Green Bay.
Sauce.
Yeah. You think you felt different after buying a chain and he about to sit the season?
What?
Now you sit
No, he went on Twitter. It's like, hey, I need a new handshake buddy now. They went through their whole little shit, got it together.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Yeah, you gotta sit your ass down.
I fucks with Sauce though, but be wise with your money, huh? I don't give a fuck what it is.
They talk about it all the time, motherfuckers. Well, we gonna get to that point, but
I mean, them checks. I mean, I can understand what that game day check could possibly look like.
I was looking at something on YouTube. And it might have been YouTube, or it might have been an actual show. And they were talking. You know, it was on Netflix, and the guy had got drafted, but he was like he was on a practice squad, but he was still making good money.
Practice squad make a couple $100,000.
Yeah,
a couple $100,000.
He was still making good money. I think he initially got drafted. And then he ended up just being on the practice squad. Something happened like that. But he was on there. And he was talking about like how like he blew through the money. Like he wasn't used to seeing these big ass checks, and he was just blowing through the money. And then basically he ended up working like regular jobs, and he was just trying to get back to like, you know, some sustainable state of finances, and like how he just started investing and stuff like that. But yeah, it was crazy though. I couldn't imagine. I don't know.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I got a motivation before we open up, so let's get it.
A discussion that's long overdue. I'm tired of hearing pussy is power.
Welcome
It's
to
trash.
the Jay
Throw it
and
out.
Friends podcast.
It's a gabillion good coochies out here. If your man gives you a blueprint and tells you, this is how I want you to love me, this is how I want you to tend to me, cater to me, nurture me, whatever, so that I could be content in this relationship, why are you not listening? You don't go to a job and they give you the job description and you fucking wing it. So why are you winging it in your relationship and expecting the man to, be loyal to you? I'm confused. But you want a man to love you in your love language. Women need to stop that one-sided ish. I can't stand it. I don't like it. If you two choose to come together and y'all verbalize things, why not respect it? Don't you think that would make the relationship go much easier? It's like y'all make it harder and then you wonder why this man is unhappy. He told you what he wanted, Latasha. You didn't listen because you thought your pork chop was enough to keep him. It's a lot of pork chops out here. Do better.
All right, here's the real one.
If she don't got a podcast, get her one.
Have a certain energy about them. And when there are people in the world that are focused and like I wake up in the morning with a purpose. This is what I'm doing. You can feel that energy, or you can feel it because it's a kindred spirit. So those are the people that I tend to work with a lot. And if you don't have that, I can sense it. Right. But we're also very disciplined. If you're a person that's very distracted, hanging around the wrong crowd, not having that sense of purpose, we don't want to be around it. We don't want to be around it. Because that stuff will bring you down. People have a certain energy about them.
Kobe.
Yes, sir.
Bro,
now,
Mamba mentality.
Do you wanna ride in the backseat of a caddy?
That's why his country ass don't want to listen to Jay-Z. Because he want to listen to this shit.
He got this.
7 LPM, flying love to them house in the PM, sipping cigarettes.
Whole country ass east side nigga.
Touching on my phone film, moving to the back so I can see who beeping this cold pen. Breathing along with the slow limp, in the trip out shit it with 3, 1, 2, 7, 6, 2 win. 3-line connection, some rest that wanted affection. Let's bring the weed, we got the drinks you need.
You can say the hook. Now you know the hook.
I put the phone in the hook.
I know the song.
Because I forgot where I met the hoe. And the fact that I forgot me for hoes wanna snap, I straight up check the hoe. Really doubt to the crib now.
Never mind. Chop it up and do or die. Do you wanna ride?
chop it up and I'm doing die.
725, the ride the point and spot the live hoes. 3 miles per hour. Like we running up on some Bible. Never to deny, baby. Fly low, introduce myself. A to the motherfucker cave and to recognize, better loose myself, juice myself. As you take one pull up, pass it to the left and up. Self-stairs,
Let me play.
What you niggas doing?
You in your bag today.
Hey. Patreon, we back, baby.
When a
Victory
motherfucker
here.
could never control me, only squeeze me and hold me. That's what the hoe came up and told me. Now she OG, running my mouth is where the gold be, cause I be pimping it like Goldie. Gotta get paid in this age, my fingers ain't made just to be chopping the confetti with. If it's already dick, you better steady lick. If you ain't with it, you can get, cause I ain't even on that petty shit. So who the fuck you rockin' petty with? The rhythm of kick is like a rhythm, Libra get a arithmetic. Pick 'em a quick and then give 'em the dig, thinking I'm innocent. They up in the mall, shopping for me, picking the fit. I got them heifers nose rig.
Oh, he need a versus opponent.
I made them wanna pose dead, but you really got 'em until you get up in them hoes' head. I don't mean to sound bogus enough, but it's the bomb when I be having them cuties thinking I'm in love with them when I'm rubbing them. Be getting pub with them in the club with them, smoke a dub with them, hugging them, freaking in the tub with them. After getting paid from her, she ain't tripping cause she know she got what she paid for. She honor my name, I got a tame, here it go. Now we're speaking with the game of ways to make more. Let me play with your emotions, ho. To the rhythm of a hi-hat. Take a puff of live back, let me stimulate your mind, body, and soul. I know you wanna try that. Now motherfucker, can you buy that? Tell me, baby, can you buy that? I got you under my complete control. You know what's worth more than I know. Now don't be bogus in the night. Emotions, ho. To the rhythm of a hi-hat. Take a puff of live back, let me stimulate your mind, body, and soul. I know you wanna try that. Now motherfucker, can you buy that? Tell me, baby, can you buy that?
Him and 40 could have did it.
That would have been a better one.
Yeah,
I think we parted during that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him and 40, but we would need the captions on.
Welcome on. Answer the phone. My caller, now you put on the mic.
Super safe space.
Man, hey man, I'm on the podcast. What's up?
You.
Nah, tell the listeners hello.
Say hi to the people, man. Because they can hear you.
Hello, good people.
Hey,
Hey.
Mama now.
Yes.
This is Jay. Can you please lock down this birthday dinner that I've been asking him about every week?
I know, right? I was trying to get something from him, and he just all over the place. He don't know. He's unsure about what he want to do.
Listen,
We
could.
need to do something.
I know. Listen, we could buy up a hip hop chicken and have it there. I don't care. We gotta do something.
We gotta do something. You want to come over your house, or you want to go out? I say go out. You always go home.
It don't matter to me. We can have it at my house. We can have it anywhere. Let's go out though. Let's get dressed. Let's do what we did last time, and I bring him a honey pack again.
Right.
All right, man. I'll call you after the podcast. You out?
Look, hey, Jane. I'm not going to say no speech this time. Okay.
Okay.
We gotta get you know what? I'm gonna get your mom. We get my mom. They gonna be on the pod.
Yes, let's get him. Come on the pod. You can come on the pod.
Yeah, you get your mama there. I'll be there.
All right,
Bung bung.
All right, man. I love you.
All right, love you too, babe. Bye-bye.
All right, before you start, I want to send a shout out to those that wear the uniform, those that wore the uniform, those that wear the uniform in the future, shot, those that handed VR all day, shot United States of Baltimore, Zone 18. And the rest of the DMV. I don't think I got no randoms this week. I used them all up. Like, I had some good ones.
Yeah, so good. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. I asked you the old one from last week.
All right, what you got?
Tell me your girl's argument style.
It's all defense. All defense. I mean,
She Pat Bev?
Huh?
She Pat Bev. She lockdown.
Yeah. So everything, it doesn't matter what it is. Like it's just like full court press, yeah. It's like it's a barrage of like insults and like I'm just
Insults.
Did you see the reel that I posted?
which one?
You ain't see it? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll play it for you real quick.
Yeah, no, like she is like.
Do your wife hold anything in, or she just right instant? If it's on, or she getting
it's instant, and then she will hold that shit for the next 10 years, yeah. Like I mean, look, love my wife to death, bro, but she will hold a motherfucking grudge, bro. She will like I was just like, yo, so you gotta let this shit go, B. She be like, no, nigga, not to. That's what I think you learned your lesson. Like it's been 10 years. I've learned it. I'm tired of hearing this shit.
Let me see. I'm trying to find it because I have it on my phone about the is it?
I've probably seen it, probably just can't. I don't know which one you're talking about.
what's that shit?
I know I've seen it. I don't watch all
Not
that.
T-Vel.
Oh, is this one? Oh no, that's about Nellen watching the shit with his girl. You watched Queensman.
I heard about that.
Yeah, man.
Wow, yo. That's some sucker shit.
That's wild. Like, she just caught me in passing. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You trapped.
No, I stood up and watched.
Yeah.
And then I kept going upstairs after the fake grenade.
I agree. That should be the unwritten rule. Like, it's the same as when you go in the men's bathroom, you always leave. That's his. When y'all went out, that's that was.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like you told. That was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yo, yeah, that was after you left.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, that was after you left.
Nigga, that was a good night, yo. I was
watching that fucking what's that shit?
Nope. Don't worry about it. I know I said I sit at the Jazz. Don't worry about it. I got it. Y'all good though?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm happy to be back, man. Like I said earlier.
No, I'm happy you back, dog.
Yeah,
it's a little different when somebody sit out for the week, man. I promise you, it's
crazy. Like we talk all day.
It's different when you're not here.
But it's
though.
like, it's like
here.
this is that free flow of expression.
All right,
and conversation.
I found a video so you can hear us talk about our significant others' argument experience. So what's your woman's argument style? Mine likes to use the let's process this and want to overtalk you and always reverse it and make it about her and not the issue.
It'd be both the issue most time. She's a double backer, so she'll come in and get the shit off her chest, rapid fire, right? And leave out.
You don't reply at that time. You just let her get her shit off.
I'll try. Sometimes I'll be able to get it in, sometimes I'm not. But then she'll leave out the room, something like go downstairs, then come back, and they'll be like, and another thing, like, yo, well, why the fuck? Because, and then she'll go like, so she'll keep coming back and hitting me with more and more, like, yo, what the fuck?
So for me, like, she do that, and then when I'm mad, when I'm really, really mad, I don't want to talk because I don't want to say something. I can apologize, but you can't unhear what I heard. Mm-hmm. So instead of me saying something out of rage or anger, I'll be like, you got it. We'll talk about this later. Or I'll be like, have a good night. I'll tell you tomorrow. And if it's, I get a chance to process it. If I feel like it's just some bullshit, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. We're gonna go by this shit like it never happened.
Like certain shit, I'm going to fuck to sleep. Now, like when I know she's mad,
that next day,
I don't feel like sitting in a bed like, yo, I need you to get it off your chest because I need you. I don't know. Me, you know me. I go to sleep.
Welcome to the Jay and Friends podcast.
There's a whole goddamn war going on. Nell is going to sleep and I'm going to snore. Okay? But when I know she's upset, she's moving and tossing and turning and on the phone and like, yo, what the fuck is up? Because I need you to go to sleep. Because I see you about to get on my fucking nerves now. So what the fuck is the problem? Nothing. Okay.
I'm like,
but she does one thing I can say, which I hate, like, don't text argue me. Don't be upset and send me this long ass text. Don't do that. And I'm so glad and grateful that she doesn't. Now when she hit the fan,
he say shit hit the fan.
So, shit hits the fan.
To your point, my wife does that too. When we could be arguing about something that's totally unrelated to us. Oh, but we'll get back to how I am fucked up, and I'll be like,
I ain't do nothing.
We talking about why the neighbors didn't take their garbage in the house, reverted to why I didn't fucking move the shoes out of the mudroom. Like, bro, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. We not arguing, and that's why I said this. It's like for her, it's all like defense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like she play offense and defense at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
she good.
Yeah, she nice with that shit. I'll be like, yo, and I'm like, when it comes to her, I'm like non-confrontational. Like I don't, and for the most part, in general, I'm just non-confrontational. Like if I get to the point where I gotta be angry, like one of us going to jail.
I almost created a drop for you the other day. You was like, I got another question. Do y'all go back and listen to the podcast to grade yourself? I do it all the time.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Because I'd be like, we wasn't off. I'd be like, as a whole, we was off that week, or I was slacking, and then, but it was one. I don't know why. It was just like the one I ended. He was like, you said the mudroom story, and she was like, did that bother you? You was like, nope.
Yeah.
And I was like, on that note,
yeah. It doesn't, man. But no, and I do go back and listen. I've told you guys, and I was like, yo, we actually sounded good that week. Because I felt like I was like, oh, nigga, I was fucked up. I was right.
Like, why you in the
slurring
moment,
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was probably, you probably couldn't understand shit I was saying. And I go back and listen, like, oh, we made sense.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, so I'll be pretty impressed by the way.
I'm always doing something on Saturday, so I pretty much, especially when I'm at work, I'll listen to us.
Yeah.
And probably about once I'm done listening to the pod, I'm in my groove, so then I'll just start listening to music. But I'll listen to us driving to work, and then I'll finish when I get there.
There's been times like it'll again, I watch YouTube a lot. The majority of the time,
it'll pop up.
It'll pop up, and it'll pop up while we're all sitting there, and she'll be like, "Yo, turn it on. I haven't listened to you guys in a while." And I'll be like, it's kind of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not this one, babe. Not this one.
A couple of, I'll turn it on like, if it, that's a safe space. So I'll turn that one on. You know what I mean? And
no, Jazz got to do credit card, so she don't get Patreon no more. And I ain't reminded.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? Oh, one expired. Oh shit, yes sir. Yeah. But I'll listen to it and we'll go through and.
Your wife got Patreon?
No, listen. I remember the one time I sent him I was like, yo, play this in the car, and he was getting breakfast with the wife and the kids. It was something about pussy. It was like, oh,
yeah, it came through the car play.
Oh shit!
I say, listen to this.
Yeah, like, oh, come on, I need some warning, man. But she listened on the low.
She cut her eye at you when you turned it.
She did what she understood. You know what I'm saying? She know we talk that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always preface it. It's like, it's barbershop talk. We gonna talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Back to the argument. I cuss a lot, if you didn't know. And so, like, when we get in a heated exchange, like, I curse. So it don't matter what the fuck I did, and she don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I curse, and that's how I show my expression, and I show whether I dislike something or if I like it. That shit's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Or
did she hit you with the "don't curse at me"?
Bro,
yeah, like, I know. Yeah,
I do this or I strangle you. Which one you want? Like, which one you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. Like, people don't choke; they're strangled. You choke on food, you strangle people.
Yeah, it's like
I ain't gonna tell you how I learned that shit, but hey,
I will strangle. I will shoot your ass. Like, I'm not really gonna do that. So
that's what they said. They was like, you don't choke people, Mr. Hudgins. You strangle them. You choke on food. I got you.
Noted.
All right, man. Let's start this off. This first topic is called Baby Daddy DNA. I got a video about it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Ready for some serious drama? Because I've got a scandal involving not one, but two players from the same team. Barbosa, who played with the legendary Steve Nash as a teammate at the Phoenix Suns, had a little something going on with none other than Nash's wife, Alejandra Amarilla. Talk about crossing some serious boundaries, right? Well, it gets crazier, because just a day after Alejandra gave birth, Nash filed for divorce. And the reason behind it? Nash believed that the baby was not his, but Barbosa's. Ouch! Because the baby comes into the world and guess what? It's black. And trust me, that's not the worst part. Because after getting a DNA test done on the baby, Steve found out that even Barbosa wasn't the father. Instead, turns out Jason Richardson, another one of his teammates, was actually the father. Ready for some serious drama.
Your wife, a whore.
all the fucking way.
Bruh. I just had to put this on there.
She's a team player.
Literally, in all the sense.
I would be so disgusted by that. Yeah. Like, that's like one of y'all. In the extent, somebody gotta die.
Somebody
gotta go.
A baby was made.
Somebody gotta go.
You ain't just was hitting her.
Who was that pulled up on Derek Fisher? My man from All the Smoke. Was fucking his wife, his baby mama.
Yeah. Fuck.
Light skinned nigga with pretty hair. The Rick Fox number 2. Yeah. But
yeah, it's like that's low, bro. Like, that's really
Niggas just hitting your wife. Like, how is it that easy for niggas to be hitting your wife? And then they busting it down.
You're my coach.
You're the superstar on the team. This is your team. This is you and Amari at that time. You and Amari Stoudemire's team.
Yeah.
You the man.
Yeah.
You dishing passion, she dishing pussy.
Yeah. You preaching, boy.
How do you get in that position the way though you can establish that relationship? You know, what
I don't even know, bro. Like that's
Probably
wild.
being around. That's why, like, I
Bruh,
never.
fuck that. No. Let's bring this back. You telling me you letting Jimmy? We players on Baltimore Bullets, and you letting Jimmy hang out with us? We all
No, but I'm saying I was about to go through the Doug Christie shit. Like Doug Christie, wife, you know, the basketball wife. I forget her name.
Yeah.
Christie chick. Yeah,
she flew on the plane. Like she was with him.
That's right. Yeah, they
at
used to-
all
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
She got close with the other ones.
And then like Tim Duncan at the time, his ex-wife, he was going to go to Orlando Magic. Like he was going to sign with them, but his wife couldn't fly on the team planes. Doc Rivers like, hell no.
Matter of fact, that story is true because Orlando was about to put together a big four, and they all sat in the meeting. And Tim Duncan, it was Grant Hill,
It was Tim Duncan, Grant Hill,
it was a few
T-Mac,
other
and
T-Mac,
T-Mac.
and it was somebody else, and they was like, dude, but this person didn't have a wife. They was like, do team girls get to ride on the plane? And whoever the Orlando coach was like,
Doc Rivers. He said,
He
nah.
was like, nigga, hell no.
That's our time.
Yeah.
Talk
And-
shit,
and-
barbershop talk on this
That's what it
motherfucker.
is.
And then whoever was telling the story was like, he was like, at that moment, he knew that what they was trying to do was not gonna work.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's you know, keep your personal, like your home life and your work life separated to an extent, man. And like I said, he failed by doing that. You know, allowing them to get that time together to build that relationship. I would be disgusted.
What?
Not one, but two.
Two?
Two.
To the point where you don't know who the father, nigga. Oh my god,
Yo,
everybody catching one.
I don't want to be nasty. We gonna end this on this. You gotta eat his wife box after somebody on busting your girl shit like, bruh. Disgusting. Anyway, TikToker says that any man, this is Zig talking about. He's speaking for me.
Yeah.
TikToker says that any man that doesn't care about your body count never saw you as his wife, and he's gonna explain it. So, like to hear it, here it go.
How we circle back to body count don't matter to grown men, but this topic gets views. So you're the victim today. What is your body count? If it doesn't matter, say it. Answer truthfully and answer quickly. The point that I've reiterated multiple times is that the men who don't care about your body count don't necessarily care about you, and they don't see you as their wife or significant other anytime soon. So if you've been told that by multiple men, I got news for you. You attract the type of man that just wants to sleep with you. I don't know how we circle back to body count don't matter to grown men.
So let's go. We've talked about this.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I don't think what he's saying is untrue.
It's truth to what it is.
It's
Sometimes
truth.
somebody they just don't want to know.
Just don't want to know, right? I didn't want to know for two reasons. I don't want to know what I don't know, right? Okay, like I'll just be in the dark on this one, okay? And then if I know what your place is, I just don't care. It's one thing to not want to know. It's another thing to not want to care.
No, you're not gonna win. So checking ain't gonna.
I'm
make the score go up.
I'm cooking this nigga.
You ain't got no Steelers on there, huh?
I actually
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, good.
No,
My
I do.
man.
Deontay Johnson. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know who that scrub is.
Oh man, niggas get one game. We'll see the rest of the season.
True that. All right. So, but yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Tay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yo, I guess. I mean, yes, it's something. I don't know. I can't see. Real men don't want to know. I know us three here. Don't ask, don't tell.
It's
to a certain extent.
It's one of them things where it's like, if your name ring bells, I want to know why.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
If
now,
you're popular, why are you popular? Why do everybody know you?
And like, all right, say you really like this chick. Like, yo, I fuck with her. Like, I like her. Y'all don't nobody know y'all really fuck with each other. You know, you might post her, but you don't like post a picture of her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all been doing this for months. Then you post her. And I come to you and be like, oh shit, Jay, you fuck with Shorty? Like, yeah, like, man, would you be mad if I knew that she used to have a lot of friendly pussy? Or would you rather me not tell you that she had the friendly pussy? Like, she might be on the straight and narrow now. Like,
the chick that I posted?
Yeah, she your girl now. You like her. You don't love her. You like her a lot. Though.
Even if I love her, I still would want you to be like, yo, fam. When me and Tay used to run the streets, him and the niggas, they.
Yeah.
Just give me that courtesy.
Especially if,
it's
like,
if
we know each other and you gonna be in a circle together. Like, yeah, I need to know.
It's just information that you know. Regardless of how I feel, you be like, listen, fam, I ain't trying to bust nothing you got up. But I just want to let you know, like, when we was outside and Shorty crossed our path. I'd rather just take that.
Not saying like I hit her.
No,
but
you
just
might know
saying
somebody,
like I know
somebody
little man hit her. Like boy, little man and such.
At least
quality of nigga that hit it will speak value.
Thank you. Please pass that information. The information needs to be passed.
Like,
it gotta be passed.
Dirty dick nigga hit her. Like,
but it's too late because you didn't hit.
It don't matter. You gotta share that. You know it. And if I find out you knew and you would tell me, we gotta have a conversation now.
That's fine. I mean, I ain't saying. I mean, I told him before, like, boy, and he still ain't. But instead, what he did was
a decision for you
to make, not for him. Yeah,
because I tell him, he go back and say, yo, you used to.
You can't do that. Now.
That's exactly what he did. I'm like, yo, I love her. Like, all right, yo,
bro,
you know, yo, hitting her.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah, yo, hitting her right now.
It's different. That changes things now.
Then he go and straight was like,
that's why. That changes things. He's hitting her at the same time he's hitting her. So yes, he's going to get some straightening like Quavo. Like it's not some old shit. Like he is actively hitting his girl.
Current.
Yeah. But like if it's some old shit like, yo, I know so and so, you trying to wife her? And then you can be like, yeah, I think this the one. Conversation got to be had.
All right, so say she was outside and the nigga tell you that, yo, the girl that you liking on, you posting pictures of her and all this shit. Like now y'all gonna go public. So now you post her. So that's how I tell you, like, yo, Shorty used to be, you don't know her. So you don't know her past. And I come through him, yo, Shorty used to be, boy,
I can only
thank, jawbone.
I can only thank you for giving me that. And I gotta take it as
you gotta take it from there.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay was fucking with that slut ass bitch. Yo, niggas used to be.
No,
but then you standing at the wedding. You can't do that.
And so I'll also say, I'll add like, and my wife will break this. You never fuck with people from Baltimore? Like, nah, hell no. I don't. Ain't nobody ever really been like local to hit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I try to avoid this situation where like I'm in a town with a chick that's been around. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, but if you local with a chick that's from here, and like, yeah, you go out to place. Like my man got the club, right? You go to the club, and she, like you said, she's super friendly, know everybody. Fuck, I know these niggas. Why the fuck you know these niggas?
Right.
You know
I know what these niggas about.
I know what time they on. You know what I mean?
Yo, my man, he open?
Soon, very soon.
We might. We'll talk.
We
like
definitely might.
You already know I'm going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like Lil Man and his brother, they run a train on the chick, right? So it's Lil Man chick. They run a train on her. So Lil Man leave, come back. His brother there. His brother to do his one-on-one thing, right? So Lil Man come back, try to get his chick. His chick, like, the brother, like, nah, come over here with me. So he got the bed over here, the couch over here. The brother sleeping on the couch. She go over there with the brother.
Jesus Christ.
And then, long story short, they get married, have 3 kids.
Oh shit.
Fuck it. Love wins.
Yeah.
Love wins.
All right, I'm gonna tell the story, and I feel bad telling the story because my and I wasn't a part of this shit.
Of course you wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
Blam.
And the reason I said that because the guy actually passed away.
Oh.
But he so prior to all of that, he had MS, and he met a girl, and my cousins and them, you know, she was frivolous, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up busting her down, all of them.
The girl is your cousin?
No. My cousin was a part of the crew.
Oh,
that
okay, busted her down,
right?
okay.
And one of the homies fell in love with her, got married.
Whoa.
Yeah, got married to her. And so, you know, that, how do you feel about married, like I said, married a chick All your homies in the bus down.
That's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Lord man, like I seen the footage. You understand? Like, they had the footage.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
I see the footage, and then bro that shit was outstanding, and then you married, and like, how do you can you leave? Can you feel safe leaving your wife around your brother? Because at first she was your brother's first, and then you done stole her, and y'all used to be.
Yo, let me go back to Tay's shit. Like, yo,
so it was like about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
So I've been in similar, but not similar. It's
It's
like
always that. Yo, why is it always one nigga? And I love her, man. Like, yo, sneak and get her number.
Nah,
like, yo, how
so-
you even get her number,
so-
nigga? We always around.
So I'm stationed in Kentucky, and my neighbor lived in this high rise. He's like, yo, I got a bad neighbor, nigga. Just check her out. So I finally meet the chick. Cool, we kind of hit it off.
Was she bad?
She's like, yeah.
Out of 10?
I ain't even into skinny chicks, but she just like real
7.
thin with big ass titties.
7.5.
She had a gap. She needed braces, so I give her 7.
7.
7. Back then, this is old. This is like T-Pain on the Run. TP3, like our same girl, all this shit.
She
I
was
like
wearing
it's-
Juicy Couture and shit.
all that shit, baby fat, nigga.
yeah,
Like
she
it
was,
was. So she was quiet then. So all I know is this girl is like she's very quiet. She keep to herself. I'm thinking like, oh, I found a little angel. Little did I motherfucking know. She's from Georgia. She's from Fort Benning area. You know, when you grow up around military bases, you get ran through by military niggas. So I get there, and the niggas that I know, they're like, yo, what the fuck you doing in Columbus? I'm like, yo, I'm here seeing my girl. I love this girl. Like, you know, this is, I found the one. Found the one. And they said, who? And they were like, boop. Just beep, let's insert the name.
Yeah.
And it was like, who? And I said the name again. It was like, oh, nigga, we all fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
No, not my girl. It must be another one.
Threw up in your mouth.
Nigga, what? I'm like, no. It must be another one because it's not my girl. And it's like, no, nigga, your girl. We ran through that bitch.
Start describing and shit.
Nigga, what?
Like,
Yo,
what?
she got a tattoo here. She
did
got a
this,
motherfucker.
She did that. You like, what, nigga?
I mean, they describe all the bitch tattoos in the most intimate places. And I say, wasting my leave with this bitch. See, military leave ain't like regular leave, nigga. You come back, nigga. It's you once you put that shit in, it's damn near locked. Like you can't come back early. Like just be like, oh, I signed in early and pull it because they're gonna fuck it up. So it was just some fucked up shit, and I'm about to literally fight these niggas in Subway because I'm defending this girl's honor, and which goes all the way back to why I be asking body counts and shit because I don't want to be in a situation where somebody say some shit and I'm defending you, and what they saying is true. I'd rather know the devil I'm fucking with than to be like, oh, she's an angel.
So she's 40 years old. You're like, babe, you know, you get in a conversation, you ask her how many men you dealt with, and she say 4.
Lies.
I was saving myself. I was a virgin till I was 19. I was in a relationship for 6 years.
Married for 12. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll take that story as long as it pan out. But the moment that shit don't pan out and some other shit coming. What's my favorite saying now?
What?
The math ain't math.
Math ain't mathing. You ever
now
seen two cats fucking?
So now we gotta have a conversation. Because again, I'm in Subway, I'm about to fight some niggas just off of the fact that I feel like you disrespected my girl.
Right.
This is not who I know her to be.
Whole time it's true.
Yeah. I would have been like, I would have handled like, yo, y'all some chatty patty niggas. Like, we know she a hoe. Like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, it's mine though.
It's mine though.
It's mine now.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's mine.
That's my thing. Just don't have me look
Looking
crazy in the
stupid.
street. Yeah.
And the crazy part is women say that all the time. Don't have me looking stupid out here in these streets.
You know what though? And I've heard of her mine, right? And I've tried my hardest to avoid situations where she has. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got 100 on my belt. You know what I'm saying? But I got enough to where though I might go somewhere and run to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right, you know what I mean? Even I'm just like, yo, just don't fucking talk to me. Just don't look at me. You know what I mean?
All right. I forgot what this one is, but it's called financial literacy. Let's get it.
A public service announcement for all of the grandparents out there. If you are in a position to give something to the next generation, I commend you, I applaud you, but here's a couple of stats you might want to think about, and I'm going to show you why they're related. A, ESPN did a 30 for 30 and showed that 70% of athletes go broke shortly after they retire. Sit on that for a little bit. Second statistic, 2 reports were done. 1 out of every 3 lottery winners, all the way up to 70%, depending on the report that you're looking at, go broke within 3 to 5 years. These are related. The biggest piece of why people run out of money after the income stops is a lack of financial literacy.
Let's stop it there. Let's go.
Yeah. Diversify your accounts. The best of your ability. Government, we get TSP, you get 401ks in the civilian world. That's not enough. You got to do more. You can't retire on that shit.
Which is one of the main things that was driving the conversation that we had about a week ago about the idea that for 2024 of what I want to do for us moving forward. And that's like a play for our kids. And we talked about trust before you got here.
We literally just talked about it. Talked about my situation. My parents, their house is paid off, right? The house is paid off. My parents, like all our parents, are getting older, right? People get older, right? So you got to start planning for what you're going to do in the future with these properties, right? And how to make it work for your family. Like, so instead of them, if something happens, God forbid, and the house has to get passed down to us, like, why would you leave me with a tax debt? And now I got to pay taxes on that. But if you put it in a trust, where so now it becomes a commodity, our family could benefit from it without having to go through the legal loopholes and buying it and paying interest on it and taxes and things like that. So, but yeah, so that's all a part of financial literacy. But yeah, go ahead.
So in financial literacy, I'm in the middle of starting a realty group in which the fellas are going to be a part of, and I just sat and watched this dude talk about financial literacy, and he basically kind of broke this shit down where a lot of black people don't understand financial literacy. So you get a term or an annuity life insurance policy, and you could basically become a whole bank. So like with my kids, right? I take my properties and I bust it down. And if I die, I leave them all of this money or whatever. I could put in the trust that you cannot sell the assets. In the trust, the assets, how I had the trust will be set up will be art and property. You cannot sell the assets. So you set up a kind of trust because, like, let's just say young Nell she'd be like, I don't want this house Dad left me. I want to sell it. If you left it to her, she could sell it. But if you put it in the trust, everybody in the trust, you can put all 3 kids in the trust. They have to either agree to sell it or you put it in the trust. You can't sell it. And the only thing you can add to the trust is more property or art. And the only way you get money out of it is if the dude that I was listening to, he was like, you have to present a business plan to the board of trustees. You can make the board of trustees on your trust anybody you want, right? So they pitch their business plan. You can only borrow against the assets in the trust. So you continue to add property and art to the trust, and it continues to make money, and their kids make money, and you just continue to do it. And if you do it in a cycle, it's like the Jewish fucking. The blueprint is already there.
Yeah.
So again, when we start getting into this property shit, you bust it down, and all of us have our trust, and we have all of these properties. We leave this to our kids. They can't just get on hard times and be like, I just want to sell this shit. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck what my dad did. No, you can't sell it. Yeah. You can present a plan to the board of trustees. So little young Nell could present it to her sisters like, yo, I want 100,000. All right, well, what you need 100,000 for? I want to open a nail shop. Cool. So this all kind of started because I was trying to figure out how the fuck did Jay-Z and Beyonce buy a fucking mansion in LA for $200 million in cash? Bing, 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 bing. They just borrowed against their assets. They never fucking touched their cash. So if you continue to build assets, hence the goal is to continue to pool our resources and to buy our houses. At that point, we all separate entities, but we still moving together as one. but we take our assets and then you just take those loans out on those assets and make smart decisions and make your money make money. And that's how the rich get fucking rich.
Yeah. People laughed at Jay when he was buying art.
Facts. Basquiat. Who this? Nobody gonna respect this young black boy.
Basquiat, Van Gogh, all that shit. All it does is appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's limited in quantity. You know, and salute to the team that he's around. You might not hear their name, but they making money too. They making fucking money.
What's that shit? It's like I bought the artwork is worth $1 million.
Yeah.
2 later's worth $2 million.
Yeah.
3 later worth $4 million.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, but you know what? The sick thing about Jay is he talk about shit that he missed out on when he talked about the Dumbo property.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have bought this shit when it was dumb cheap because I would have made bank.
Niggas arguing in the hood that you don't even own.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, it's opportunity out there. I'm actually, based on conversations we had weeks ago about the property, you know, I'm restructuring some things now. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be better.
Ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, better position to do what we need to do. You know what I mean? The liquid income is there, but you got to make sure everything else is right.
Hell
you
yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like, all right. So just
Same thing. Just sit with Jazz is like, all right, like we about to bust this move. We doing this, and this. All right, so what's the next step? And at the same time, I just feel like I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't either say, "Yo, you want to get on this." So you have the opportunity to say no, but you can't say like, "Yo, fam, you ain't run that by me."
Right.
So it's like,
So we talked about it earlier when we first came in. Because, I don't know, Jay. I don't know if you talked about everything that's going on in your personal life, but I'll talk about when we bought a house and
evasiveness.
It's the intrusiveness of the process. And it lets you know a lot. If you ever want to know what's going on in your life financially,
buy a house.
Buy a fucking house. It will let you know either how shitty you are at managing your finances or how well you think you're doing.
Now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
So me and my wife are 2 houses in. We built both of the houses we had, right? So we built the townhouse, and you know, which was one process, and then you know it wasn't a lot. It was a lot for us at the time, and then we bought this house, which is much more, and they asked for more. You know what I mean? So when they're like, "Yo, you gotta come up with $40,000-$50,000," you're like, "What the fuck?" So we coming up with this money, and they tracing shit. And they asking for accounts, and they asking for, you know,
bank statements,
and they gotta show proof of money in the account and where the money came from.
Tax returns.
Oh my God, credit cards. You know, running back for 2-3 years. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, and it makes you realize that you know people buy cars, get car loans. They'll give car loans to fucking anybody because it's a money grab. But houses are different because it's an asset.
The biggest financial decision you will ever kind of go through, the financial transaction you going through in your life.
And because it's an asset. The cars depreciate. So them putting you in a car is a money grab for them. So whether or not you make your payments and pay it out, or you don't make your payments and they come snatch your shit, it's a win-win.
Money,
It's a win-win for them. A house is different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an asset, it's always going to appreciate. So you'll get equity and things like that. So they want to make sure that they're putting a house in the right.
And whether you paid that bitch off or not, if you've gained money into that, you can borrow against that. So not only do you already owe the regular loan to that mortgage company, Bank of America, or whoever, now, like, case in point, the space we working on, we bought for $925. It's already before the assessment, the appraisal, it's already at 1.08 million.
Mm-hmm.
So you be going in with we technically could borrow against the equity we got in the crib. And again, if we default on the shit, the bank gonna be whole. You default on your car, the bank gonna be whole.
Yeah.
And but this is a single thing, and bruh, when you talk about now, all I'm gonna say is, bruh, you ain't even a veteran. So this is the crazy part.
Yeah.
You have a down payment. They call it the earnest money. It's like, yo, this is just cash to put in the escrow account to make sure that you're not gonna run off on the plug. Then when you get to closing, like my closing, it's like if I was a regular person, it would have been $59,000. But because I'm a veteran, it's $34,000. And I ain't have to put no earnest money down on the front side. So when I started thinking, I'm like, a regular person, right? You told me I go to this. I'm a regular nigga. I work a honest job. You tell me, oh, this is what you need to do to buy a house. Pay your credit cards off. Do this and do that. I spent my money to get to that point. Yeah. Now you telling me I picked a house that I can afford based off of my income. I got to give you $30,000 earnest money to hold this bitch. Then to get to the closing, I got to come up with another $30,000. Now, mind you, I might know some niggas in the street. They might be like, yo, I got you. But if you get money from somebody, got to do a gift letter. Mm-hmm. It's paper, boy.
So we had to do earnest money. And when we built the townhouse, it wasn't as much. It was something. It was very.
I got you with that big boy.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, the earnest money for the townhouse, and the townhouse was like, I think we finished built like $387, something $390 when we finished building it, and the earnest money wasn't much. It might have been like $5,000. We built the new one, and they were like, oh yeah, we had earnest money. I was like, huh, okay, all right. We used to what the townhouse was. Nah, that motherfucker was like $37,000.
God damn,
cash. I ain't never stroked a check that big. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just looking at this shit like, first you gotta get paper trail right, get the money right, but
you listen, it has to cut. So when you go through the house buying process, you're gonna give them privy information to your bank account. You're gonna give them the routing number, account number, and shit.
Oh, they will go in and check,
and they want to know.
They want the statements.
And when you print the statements, because you know niggas know how to finesse PDF, it has to have the barcode at the bottom so they can scan it because it goes all into one fucking system. So when they scan that barcode, it gives them access to your account. They can't take money out your account, but they can see transactions. And that money had better come out of the shit you got listed. Yeah. Like, it's fucking wild, dog.
Cancel them OnlyFans shits now, bro. I'm telling you. Because everybody's going to see it's the real shit.
They in your shit.
So it's like, but again, financial literacy, learning to like position yourself. I talked about it earlier. Your product, right? Making sure your product is right when you put it on the street, and position. If you know where you want to be at in the next couple of years, start making your shit right now.
I'm gonna just give you a tip, and you can take it how you want to. If, in my personal opinion, come up with an idea to open up a business and purchase the house under an LLC. If you can. I hear Deion Sanders all the time. Like, it'd be like, I remember when Shador bought that Maybach truck, he'd be like, you put that under your LLC? And Shiloh bought the little AMG truck. He'd be like, you put that under your LLC? He's like, dog, don't be putting that shit in your name.
Yeah.
Because it's
ruin your business credit.
Yeah.
Don't ruin your personal credit.
So like literally,
because you can file bankruptcy. Your business can file bankruptcy. We didn't meet the numbers and shit. And file bankruptcy. But
literally, y'all niggas should be under your own LLCs and being as just independent entities and open up their business credit. And it is what it is.
It's something I've been planning. We've been talking about for years now. We've had our rental for years, and it's just like, we need to put the rental in the LLC and borrow against the rental.
Pretty much, and I'm talking to Jazz like, yo, listen, we're gonna start this realty group, and we're just gonna use our assets to borrow against to start the other shit. And if you continue to build assets, and we come together and do co-ops with other people, you can get more instead of just using one. We continue to build, and everybody get put on. And as long as the paperwork right, as long as we agree to the splits, and we talked about splits the other week, as long as you agree to splits and continue,
you get paid yet, Jay?
I ain't paid yet.
Here we go. Check gonna clear. Don't worry about it.
I'll go downstairs and go shopping and hold me over.
We two chains in.
We moving up. I'll go downstairs. I'll go shopping. Go hold me over for a couple weeks. Jay know my soft spot, so it's okay for the moment.
Hey, y'all didn't even get y'all Christmas gifts this year, so don't even worry about it. Yeah.
So Christmas, right?
Everybody, I'm thinking I'm getting everybody SB4s. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nice, I like that.
Was it? Yeah, 4s.
Yeah,
I already got them.
I don't. So
my bad.
I'll take my pay early. We talked about. So you talked about Christmas, and we've touched on this before with regard to taxes.
Yes, sir.
Get yourself a good tax. Stop going to fucking TurboTax,
H&R Block. They work for the government.
Get yourself a good tax representative, someone who knows and understands these tax laws. Save yourself some money. I mean, it's gonna cost you more up front. It's gonna save you in the long run. and get yourself somebody that's financially literate with regard to taxes, and it'll help you with other things in your life, man. I'm telling you, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You and Jimmy should do that because it's gonna prep y'all for that when y'all do cross that legal point of binding together, and then y'all start talking about investing in businesses and doing other shit. It's a seamless transition because now you got somebody overseeing all of this, and they can advise you on best how you should manage your money. Because how he manages his money, how I manage my money, how you manage it could be totally different because our lives are different. And you need somebody to be like, yo, this is what I want to do. I want to buy a house with my girl. We're gonna be married in the next 24 months. But I'm in a co-op investment group, and this is what I want to do. And he can say, hey, all right, so bet. Y'all need to do this. You need to file your taxes like this. Like the best fit, because the biggest companies don't pay taxes, and it's just legal loopholes to continue to keep you money and to keep you whole. And it's made for people who want to get money. But if you don't have the information, you just don't fucking know, and you just fuck yourself. It's like, oh, I ain't get no tax return and shit. Well, why didn't you? Because Nike get tax return. Nike get tax returns every year.
Man, fucking
Nike.
Trump.
Nike has the real Nike is in the Cayman Islands. Nike Cayman Islands leases the trademark to Nike Portland. Hence, Nike pays no taxes because technically the Cayman Islands owns the Nike brand and they supposed to pay the taxes, but the Cayman Islands is exempt from taxes, and it's fucking crazy how that shit set up, and they get a fucking tax return.
Yeah, about the offshore accounts and all of that, like, put money there. And a lot of cruise lines are like Bohemian, and there are a few other countries that they fly their flag under. They do that for a reason, insurance purposes. They do it for financial purposes. It's easier to fly the flag under them. It's just you just gotta get hip. Trump, people hate on Trump, but as a business, Trump is on fucking fire. That he licenses his name. Trump don't own none of that shit, but he gets paid off his name.
People be thinking the Trump Towers is Trump Towers. Like, no. Trump Towers is just a dope hotel with the Trump and fucking nigga name. That's a fucking great hotel. Ain't got shit to do with him. He just licensed his name to them.
The fucking double
Hell yeah, they got shit. He has zero to do with that. Yeah. It's just he licensed his name. Like, listen, the Trump Towers in DC is the old post office. So the new post office is where the Greyhound and the train, the Amtrak and shit come. But if you look at Trump Towers DC, it's the old post office, and they just licensed that nigga name. The Trump Towers is a dope fucking hotel. He has zero to do with it. It's just a nigga name, and he get money. He get money off of it.
Never knew that.
Yeah,
fucking crazy. So 2024 is about getting to the bag. If you ain't take it, if you ain't get this and if you ain't getting to the bag, you ain't helping your people get to the bag. You fucking wrong. So we about to bust these moves. Do
the shadur. You see Rick Ross? The shadur.
I'm trying to pay these Apple Watches off early. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Travis Hunter. He was like, he can't even say the nigga name right with the big ass teeth in his mouth.
Shadur.
Oh man, it's been a short podcast. If we bored you with money talk, I'm sorry, but that was some financial literacy shit that just had to be had. I don't give a fuck about the rest of that shit. Man, let's get out of here. Y'all got anything before we get out of here, man? I know.
Shout out Coco Golf for getting that dub.
You did it, young queen.
Yeah,
you did it.
I was glued to that shit, boy.
They was hating against you.
Yes.
They was really trying to make you lose, and you did not quit.
Yeah, I got a quick one on this, right?
Go ahead.
So, all right. So, my wife at work, all right, we all got like little spaces at work and shit. So she posted all the black athletes that recently won something.
Posted where?
They're just like on her like
on her cube.
Yeah,
she printed it out.
Printed it out, posted them shit. Yeah. It was like we had like our workforce is male dominated and they're all white, and like they just big. Fucking bright, bold colors, and I'm just like, I went in there and looked at that shit. I was like, really? This we doing that work? I'm like, oh god, yeah.
That's like doing the shadur.
They never gonna let me.
Anybody hating on you, make you feel indifferent.
Yeah,
Do
They're
this
never gonna
shit,
rerun
door.
that shit.
Yo, Prime didn't know, so they told her the story. And he was like, he honestly didn't know. He was like, Shador just telling him what time it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love it, man. Keep getting that shit, man.
You
Get
was a
to
Prime
it, man.
hater though. You was a low key Prime hater.
I don't think I really was.
You was.
We
You
think
was.
so?
Yeah, you was.
Nah,
you was. You was like you J.O.J. Ryan Cool Prime.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying I'm fucking with you, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. No, shout out to Prime though, man. He's done wonders, man. He's done a lot for each team, each program he's been with. He's done so much for them. That shit got bright.
Yes, it did.
But every team he's been with, he's done so much for their program, man. So it's dope to see. I mean, when I looked at the game on Saturday, I tuned in for a little bit.
My nigga.
And you know, to see that sellout crowd, yeah, that's
That man
that's
had
dope.
Wu-Tang on the sideline.
Yeah, you know.
They done found Ghost. Ghost was on the
Yeah,
side. Not Wu-Tang Ghost.
Ray.
No,
Raekwon was
from the whole Wu-Tang Clan was there.
Yeah,
So
no, Ray
but
was-
I'm talking about Ghost from Power was there also.
Amar Hart,
like-
yeah. So I was telling the Prime Time said if we keep going the way we're going, by the time we get to USC, the sideline gonna look like the BT Hip Hop Awards.
It's a fact.
Last night, I'll just say that the hate is real, and I get it. Power 5, or they call it Power 5 PWI, predominantly white institutions, they're mad at Coach Prime. They're mad because he doesn't have to dangle money and NIL deals to get players. People just genuinely love him. The culture, if we know already, if this don't prove it, tell you that hip hop fucking makes moves.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody and their mama love him, and it's not just NFL. It's hip hop. It's anybody who pulls up and has open access. I went there and got open access just because I know some niggas who work there. Like they show you love and they open the doors. And if you support the program, they all about you coming and showing love. So what we seeing is something crazy. And the crazy part, not ending on this, Eddie George went to Ohio State and he just did an interview. He was like, I asked him, he was like, listen, I don't need a big deal. I will be the head coach for a discounted rate. And I was like, nah, my guy.
No.
You good.
No.
Now he had Tennessee State
getting their ass
whipped, but he could have had the prime effect at Ohio State. So when these big Power 5 schools, like when you could bring back alumni or somebody like Florida State passed on Prime, they could have had him when they hired Mike Norvell. But think about this shit. Like you can't hate what you can't hate because he's literally he flipped that roster like a fucking expansion team.
Yeah.
And they bowling.
So they can't do that. No way he's going to do that. Team already sucked. They only won one game. No way he can do that.
Out there getting that ain't ranked 2 games in.
That's
Did I
it.
send you? Did I send you? It was like an '80s, maybe even earlier interview, and they were talking about
The white dude.
the
The mob boss.
Yeah, he's talking about like blacks in the NFL, blacks just owning
Oh,
teams.
yeah.
And he was
Mhm.
talking about like how like, you know, what positions do they have left to play? And his whole stick was like, you know, head coaching and things like that. It's like that's the only thing we got. The blacks take over everything. You know, they pass better, they shoot better, they do everything better than we do. The only thing we got left is the head coaching position. And this is now we got that shit.
So I ended with this. The coach for Colorado State, who they play this week. It's like, I don't know how he was raised, but when I was raised, you take your hat and glasses off when you're talking to other grown-ups. And Coach was like, Coach Prime came to the practice today, and he was like, hey, I was minding my business watching game film, and I clicked the YouTube link, and he started talking about me. He talked about how I was raised. So he put my mama into it. So guess what? He said it's personal.
Made it personal.
So they already got a 23 point favorite. They gonna put it on their
If
niggas'
you're a
ass.
coach that never touched that field, you can't say shit.
Well,
to
he did
Prime.
though.
He's
he
been
played in the
coaching since
NFL.
'86.
But he played in the NFL.
He's been coaching since '86.
This dude played in the NFL though. This
Jay-
coach.
I think his name
I don't
like-
give a fuck. It's still
Dion
like
touched 2 fields.
Yeah,
absolutely, but still, like even if you play football, not if that man wants to sit, that's prime time. So if he want to sit and fucking talk to people with glasses on and a hat, let him fucking do it.
But fucking
last time I checked,
toes, he's still better than you.
last time I checked, the main goal of college football is recruiting.
That's it.
How about what about talking about another man and his hat and glasses is gonna bring recruits to your fucking shit? What's gonna happen is he gonna have more recruits this week because it was a big recruiter weekend, Nebraska and last week, and TCU. They gonna hang these points on your ass, and the recruits you probably could have had, because it's on Colorado State, you could have had them, but nah, you want to talk shit. So these boys really out here gonna put it on your ass, and Travis Hunter really not gonna come off the field.
Yep.
And the culture these new players is different.
Facts.
It's different.
They buying in everything he's selling.
Yeah.
So
they like that shit.
And the crazy part of it was like
nigga selling sex. You know what I'm saying? Like he's selling.
He was
sex.
like he was like some of the Louis luggage ain't even touched the field yet, and he right. Komani McLean ain't touched the field yet. Nope. They got a 6'7" receiver who I seen maul. He be mauling cornerback. Yeah. He ain't touched he ain't even been dressed out yet.
Yeah, Deion said he ain't ready, but
he ain't ready.
It's soon.
Yo, you imagine a 6'7" receiver?
No,
he's not.
Megatron.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm just saying. But like, it's nothing he won't put his hands on.
And that part.
Ain't nobody big enough to. All right, yes.
That's it. All right, man. On that note, JFP bonus content. I hope you love the content. My man, the Big Three is back. I hope you feel the fucking energy because it was way different this week. Way different this week. I know we take regular vacations. My man had to take off. Sometimes none take off. Whatever. It is what it is. But I hope y'all felt the energy. I hope you you felt the love, and I really hope this got you through your week. I haven't been really playing closing songs in the podcast. Yeah. For the bonus content. Yeah. I just be like, we out.
Yeah. Send us something.
This for you. This your first. You back.
I'm back.
You back.
Baby.
So
let's go.
We're gonna end the podcast like this.
Oh.
Let's go.
My nigga. Love you, boy.
Yes, sir. Ice.
Ain't gotta ask it, I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you, or whoever dress you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You ain't gotta worry about her, shorty straight. Been chasing her for 2 days, first 48. Her bad bitch calls, she worth every cent. She look like the best money that I ever spent. Just watching my cutie pie get beautified. Make me want better jewels, a newer ride. Louboutin shoes, she got too much pride. Her feet are killing her, I call it suicide. Looking good has its sacrifices. Chilly weather bring 4-figure jacket prices. Her body nice, FaceTime, give you that iPhone 4, FaceTime. Shorty in the streets, still handle the home. Enough class for wine, still handle Patron. When the mother hoes call, I handle the phone, and she handle the tone. You what's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask it. I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you, or whoever dress you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them. Yeah, I know that's what they all says. She got a donkey with a warm Valdez. Keep it clean cut like ball heads. Been playing with that green long as ball pairs. So you got a ball harder than the ball players. All she wanna know is their ballness. Can't falter, the last nigga spoiled her, but he ain't beat it up. I assault her. Should've seen her come to me when I called her. Slow strut like she walking to the altar. Handbag on her arm costs 4 bills. And she ain't got a bag, borrow or steal. Often imitated, never duplicated. They say she a dime, I say she underrated. I just met her, so the next solution. Dead my old chick, execution. You what's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask it. I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you, or whoever dress you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them, you be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them. Had to let you know. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. All the ladies, you be killing them. like to congratulate you. Congratulations. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. And you just came from the gym clothes, in a fitted cap and some Timbos, in a pair of flats, well-trimmed toes, camera in the mirror, BBM pose. Still killing them hoes. You still killing them hoes. You still killing them hoes.
Welcome to the Jay and Friends Podcast.